All right, guys. Right. I know a lot of you guys are feeling anxious. Market's dipped. It's gone to 34. So today we had a low of 34. Looks bad, but there's nothing we didn't expect. We are expecting to see a 33k, 32,900 to 33,000k. We are going to see that, right? We are expecting that. One of the best thing about being patient and actually forecasting a market is you can wait patiently. You can set your buy orders and just sit there, rather than basically getting out there and FOMOing into stuff and this and that. We're calm, chill, market's doing its thing. We talked about the scenarios, we talked about everything. Forget about the pattern, forget about everything. Just looking at the trend line, we're below the trend line. We fell below the trend line about 4 days ago, and since then we've been struggling to get back up. Is it a bad thing? Not entirely. Is it a good thing? Absolutely not, right? But if you're going to think about it on a long-term perspective, it's a brilliant thing. These are bargains, but as long as you didn't FOMO in. Now, so obviously what can we expect? We did expect it to go to 33k. One of the expectations that we can have now is that we had a 34. We might never go to 33k. We might have just had this slightly higher low, because it's not a lower low, it's not lower than the previous 33k. So we could easily have this as a bounce and then continue up. But good thing to notice, if you focus on the trend line, and in fact the chart that I shared with you guys the other day on Discord, please do go and double check that chart. The trend line is set. We are struggling to get above that. That's a great news, guys. That's a bullish news. Yes, the market looks bearish. Yes, the bears are in control. In fact, the bears have been in control since, and let me quickly check, since the 17th of February. Bears have been in control, sadly, right? But none of this changes anything. The entire, the bigger picture of the market. The bigger picture is, yes, we are still within this particular range. We fell below the range slightly. However, if you look at the weekly candles, we are still within that range. Nothing too much to worry about. But it does give us that opportunity to go to that 33k, possibly even the 29k that we talked about. And I've mentioned on my previous videos that I have set my buy orders around that time, and I have not changed my mind. I have not gone in and said, oh, I'm going to change my buy orders now, I'm going to go in here, or I might miss the boat. No, I haven't. I've still got my buy orders. In fact, one of my buy orders is still sitting at the 20k, which is weird, right? But I still have that, and I've had that for almost a year now. Can you imagine this? And it still hasn't fulfilled, and I'm happy to leave it there. It's not a problem if it doesn't fulfill. Happy days, good luck to all of us. Bitcoin's going up, but if it does, then I get myself a nice little discount. So you got to look at the market in a complete different perspective, right? Don't panic, don't worry. Once you stop panicking, once you stop worrying and start looking at things at the most logical way, right? And say, okay, this is what the logic says. Yes, this is a downward trending market. Yes, we need to get back up. Yes, we are battling, we are trying to do whatever. But we did not form a brand new trend. And remember, whenever we fall on a downward trending line, right? So when we're trending down, even if we start having some highs, none of those highs actually matter, because those highs have to invalidate previous highs and have to continuously create steps and create these, lower highs, but we can then say on a trend higher highs. Once they start doing that, that's when we know it's very bullish. So for example, previously when you saw we went up to the 46k, that was trying to break the trend and become bullish again. Sadly, it didn't, because what it did was it got invalidated and it came down again. So the trend is still secure, means the trend is still coming down. So we stay calm, we watch, we observe, and we say, okay, where are we going to go now? So for us, the things to look at, the most important one is your 200-day moving average, is your 21-day moving average, is your 50-day moving average. Those are the key levels we need to observe. And currently, one of the worst things that we've had is we've been trending down, right? So stay calm, observe, let that market come back up again, because the 200-day moving average, we're way below this. In fact, we fell below the 21-day moving average, which was actually the shorter term, right? So if the 21-day shows us a bullish sign, we're bullish. If it's not, then we're going to be a little bit bearish. So I'm not that concerned, funnily, because even the 21-day moving average, if you look carefully, we're still trending slightly higher than we were a few weeks ago. I know none of this makes any sense to you guys. You guys are probably thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about? Why is he, being positive? What the hell? Remember, guys, I am more positive and more bullish when the market is trending bearish, because I know I'm going to pick myself some massive discounts, and those are the discounts that I always look for. What's the point in me jumping into a Bitcoin when it's already high? It doesn't make any sense to me, right? Because that's not where I'm going to be picking it up. But I want to pick it up on the bottoms, and this looks perfect to me. This would be a great entry for me, and this is not a financial advice, right? So if I just wanted to adjust my 33k and say, okay, do you know what? Maybe this might be it. I could adjust it. However, I'm not going to adjust it, because remember what I've said to you guys. My plan is long haul, right? So for me, I'm looking at a 5-year, 10-year time frame. And because of that, I could afford to go into the market right now, or even if it gets cheaper, even better. And I have my predefined set prices that I want, and hopefully from that point onwards, I can move up. Now, if you observe the total market cap, that's going to be a very interesting to look at. Is we've actually fell below the 1.6 trillion, and we're going down again. And again, if you look carefully, we're not as low as we were before. So again, we've done a bounce, right? But the bounce is one thing that you have to notice is on the total market cap is the swings that we've been having have been quite big, right? But that's mostly to do with altcoins. And the market structure that we see on the total market cap are mostly built by these fresh new coins. And what's happening is people are going in, right? They're pumping the market, making money, making 100%, 200%, 300%. Even the other day, I won't mention who, but made 1700% and dumped it. And I'll tell you this, 1700% in 30 seconds dumped out. So of course you take your money, you get out. Now what did I do? Okay, you just gave it away, right? It was me. I did 1700%. But the point I'm going to make here, what did I do at that point when I saw the market pump up? Did I jump back into another coin? No, I made my money by pumping in a coin, making the money. Once I made the money, I went back into USDT. No joke, I went back into USDT. Why? Because I'd rather have liquid cash to buy a severe, massive dip. And for me, it's not even a severe one. Severe means bad, right? But I'm going to say it's an opportunity. It's a mega opportunity. So, stay calm. That's all I can say. I've said it many times here. Chill out. I'll try and do the lives, but I've been so busy, so overwhelmed. And again, everyday videos, not necessary, guys, not necessary. Let's wait for our targets to come and then see what the market does. But so far, I don't see anything. All I see is bears are still in heavy control, massive control. Bears are definitely in control. It's going to be a tough one to actually turn around and say, yes guys, bulls are back in control. Right now, bulls have lost control for the last, as I said, since the 17th. Technically, bulls have lost control. Sorry about the beeps and or whatever, but I'm just reversing. But yeah, the bulls have lost a bit of control. We're just going to have to wait for them to come back. I am going to check the weekly and double check what's happening on the weekly, and especially what the stochastic RSI and RSI is showing us, right? So yes, we're still within that zone. Let me have a look. Stochastic RSI is showing us a little bit bearish. All we need to do is make sure it stays bullish, but more than that, the RSI as well. Currently the RSI is flattened out. It's in the zone, by the way. It's in a buy zone, so everything is looking pretty positive in my opinion. If I was to do a trend line, I think it will be a bullish trend line, and we can even say where the next bounce is going to be. But none of this matters. Absolutely none of this matters, because what we need to do is each time we go up, we need to invalidate the previous candle, and sadly we haven't done that, right? Even when we went back to 46k, we haven't done that. The only area that I do see a significant level that of resistance is around the $50,746, right? That's where I personally see it. Now maybe some other people may be seeing something else. Coincidentally, that's pretty much on the dot where the 21-week moving average line is, right? So if we can break that, then I think we're going to start becoming bullish. Anyway, on that, I'm going to leave it. There's not really much to talk about. Again, just be patient. That's all I can say. The chart itself, the link is in yesterday's video, plus it's in Discord as well. And I recommend just follow that chart. Trust me, I made that chart for everybody. It's my personal chart. It's not one that I have for YouTube. In fact, I have a chart called chart for YouTube. This is not a YouTube chart. This is my personal chart I'm sharing with you guys. You can see my personal indicators, everything on it. And it gives me confidence when I'm looking at this chart, because I actually can see what's happening, whether it be on a daily or whether it be on a weekly or 2-week, monthly, any time frame. It doesn't matter. You put it on any single time frame. For me, it gives me massive amounts of data to tell me exactly what the market is going to do, what the probabilities are. You know, so I'm not going to go shout about it every single day and say, guys, the market's going up. Oh, yes. No, I'm not going to say that. I've already said what I need to say, and I'm going to leave it there. So, KR, answer to your question, am I going to have a live today? No, bro, we're not having a live today. I just made a video just for you. I did see your message, and I thought I'll shoot this video while I'm in the traffic. So I hope you guys can stay calm, peaceful, don't lose any money, don't FOMO. It's not worth it. If you have a buy order, buy zone, whatever, make your mind up. Be that guy who's in control of exactly what he wants to do. Don't let the market dictate what you want to do. You dictate what you want to do. You say, okay, I'm going to enter at 30k. That's your entry. That's it. There's nobody there telling you otherwise. If you say I'm going to enter at 35, that's your entry point. You know, and as I said many times before as well, I think last couple of videos I've mentioned this as well. If you are feeling very impatient and you have a long-term perspective, you say, okay, like, I'm going to jump into this, I'm going to be in it for the next 2 years or whatnot. In that sense, then just buy and just sit tight. That's it. You know, you don't need to really worry about that. But as I said, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is a financial advice. This is just some information, just some education, basically, and just my point of view. So yeah, please don't hold me to it. Other than that, like, share, subscribe, guys. I'm gonna catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.